This video is going to be about my favourite art film that I made. The strange thing is, this art film doesn't have any edits, and it's not really technically masterful in any way, or anything that I've put skill or effort into, which sounds terrible, but it's kind of a bit of a time capsule for me, and I composed music for it, and I think it just kind of works well as it is. Sometimes things don't need a lot of additional work after the fact. Sometimes the footage is enough. I didn't put it together as an art film and make the music until I was 39, I believe. I submitted this as an art film to university. At this point, I was making work that I actually thought was quite nice, and this art film, as much as there wasn't any technical skill after the fact in there, it worked well as a film, in my opinion. Now, these days I'm working on this new camera that I've bought, which is a Sony camera, which I'm really happy with having. It's a great piece. It's 4K footage, so it is eating up space on my computer, but that is the cost of having better equipment. But before that, what I was using was, I was initially using the Samsung phone, and from time to time I still do, but before that was a Sony, and I used to have lots of different phones that I would film on for years. They're just little cameras that you can take around with you, and they're great for things like that. Now, I personally quite like the Sony Ericsson phones. The little flip that it has for the keys underneath, I just thought it was really smart. And it was on one of these phones that I filmed this footage for the video I'm going to show you just now. I think it was this phone here, this little one. I'm pretty confident that's the phone that I had with me. Now, when I dug out this footage, it's the memory card was in this little slot here, and the footage was lots and lots of video from all over the place, me talking to the camera, showing different spots, bits of skateboarding, all kinds of things. But the footage that I used was whilst we were driving. My brother and I were on a road trip. It was a great time, but there were lots of phones that I tried to use as cameras. They were always fun to have something like this in your pocket that you could try to use. Let's just say that this is a film that I made in my second year of university. I originally filmed it in 2009, so I would have been 27. I really like this film. This is my favourite of my art films, and I have 4 art films to show you in total, as far as I've counted, and this one is my favourite, so I'm starting off with this one, even though in chronological order this would be the second to last. I think it was either second year, it's possibly third year. Either way, this is my favourite art film. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so that is the film in its entirety. It's only short. I don't really want to add any more context to it. I want it to exist as it is and for you to interpret it in whichever way you will. I think it's entertaining. I quite like the music that I made for it, and because it's short, it's not got any points where I think it becomes boring to me. Sometimes it's hard to see your own work clearly, but for this film, I feel like, as critical as I am with my own work, this actually holds up to me. I quite like this film. It's part of a longer film, in truth. I did make a whole series of edits at different points of that trip which I was taking. I was with my brother. My brother was driving at the time, and I was filming on an old phone. I think it's a really good film, but that's me, and that's my taste in my own work. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like, comment down below. If you haven't subscribed already, then please subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost anything. And share this with anyone who you think might enjoy the channel. Check out some of the art videos or podcasts if you haven't already. This second season of the podcast is going to be a big one. I have lots and lots of fantastic guests. Last year it was a lot of my friends and people who I'm really close with, and I really value their support and their input that they offered for each episode of the season 1. This second season is people who I haven't met before, and it's professional working artists who I reach out to on Instagram, and I've been very fortunate that they've all been generous enough to give me their time. So check out the podcast, and I'll see you in the next video.